Good morning, everybody. Lovely to see you all here. I'm delighted to be here. So today is really a chance to reflect on the progress we've made across the economy and to look at some of the key areas the work of the department has been involved with now and obviously going forward. If we cast our minds back for the mists of time to the start of this administration in 2021, the island was emerging from the pandemic. We faced real challenges, economic uncertainty, skill shortages and pressures across many of our local sectors. Hospitality and retail were still recovering from lockdowns while our visitor economy was adversely affected by border restrictions and low visitor numbers. Through this, the financial and digital sectors proved resilient. Finance, our most mature sector, representing 48% of our economy, maintained stability despite global uncertainty, while the digital sector, whilst not seeing the rapid growth as previously, remained stable and a key contributor to our economy. Since then, our focus has shifted firmly to prioritising long-term sustainability. In 2022, government published its economic strategy, setting out a long-term vision for our island's economy. The finance sector remains the cornerstone of our economy, with new opportunities emerging, such as sustainable finance. We can all see the significant impact AI will have on the way we live and do business. So it is vital that initiatives like Digital's Active AI programme continue, and it is very encouraging to see over 5,000 people have engaged with this to date. This important work will continue, and we will enhance our efforts in respect of AI as referenced by the Chief Minister yesterday. In 2022, we published our visitor economy strategy, a 10-year roadmap to grow our visitor numbers and ensure stability. And we are already seeing a lot of progress in that. 330,000 visitors last year, spending £212 million in our economy, and a record-breaking cruise season this year. And I'm encouraged by the overall trend in visitor numbers this year, all moving in the right direction for our longer-term ambition of 500,000 visitors annually by 2032. And to support communities directly, we've launched the local economy strategy, with supported schemes to help revitalise and regenerate the island's towns and city, strengthening the foundation of our domestic economy. And the island's economy has shown itself to be stable, resilient, and forward-looking. It is secure through our Moody's ratings, reaffirming our AA3 status, recognising our low debt, substantial reserves, and diverse economic base. We have maintained stable employment and a strong job market, with 1,500 more people employed across the economy, meaning almost 37,000 people are employed, amongst the highest number of recorded people in work ever throughout our economy. The Isle of Man's economy is diverse, with strengths across finance, digital, manufacturing, and the local economy. Our visitor market is growing, with record numbers in cruise tourism and strong demand for Manx experiences. We are positioning the island as sustainable through our work as a leader in sustainable finance, exploring opportunities via sustainable tourism, and as the world's only entire nation UNESCO biosphere, we have a platform for both responsibility and opportunity. The department is also responsible for stimulating a private public sector investment programme and leveraging skills. This is through the work of the executive agencies, whose boards are comprised of public and private membership, which enables the department to leverage their expertise to determine where we should invest and to feed into strategies for the future across promotion, products and policy input. We have put private sector knowledge, skills and experience at the heart of our decision-making in respect of sector development. I want to take the time to thank all board members who give up their time freely in the interest of making the island a better place to live, work, and do business. Looking forward, I want to share just a few of the key initiatives our agencies will be focusing on over the next year. The Finance Agency is delivering its 2-year Sustainable Finance Roadmap, launched last November to align with international environment goals and attract sustainable capital. We've joined the United Nations Financial Centres for Sustainability, giving us access to international expertise and collaboration, and defined 4 work streams with clear outputs and targets. Over this year, the agency has run industry outreach and focus groups to refine our proposition, positioning the Isle of Man as a nature finance hub rooted in our UNESCO biosphere. 2025 also saw the first high-integrity carbon exchange launched and trading. November will also see the second Sustainable Finance Symposium, which I encourage you all to attend to hear the latest updates on this very exciting journey. Digital Isle of Man is leading a significant project around data asset foundations, the world's first statutory framework to treat data as an asset, recognising that in our future economy, high-quality, safe and verified data will become a valuable commodity. Since August, the agency has hosted workshops, published a white paper, run a webinar with over 500 participants, and delivered specialist training. In Q4 this year, a pilot programme will test the framework in practice. The initiative is conservatively forecasting to generate £10 million in exchequer benefit over 5 years, then £5 million annually, securing the island's position as a global hub for data asset management. With our visitor economy strategy well embedded, Visit Agency continues to see real progress, both in terms of overall visitor numbers and visitor spend into our economy. Looking forward, they are strengthening partnerships with EasyJet, Loganair, and Emerald Airlines to promote the routes available, as well as working closely with the steam packet and industry on wider and shoulder season offerings. They are also focused on expanding business development across conferences, events, and travel trade, and are continuing to refine their cruise strategy. Work is also underway exploring a tourism levy, which would seek to reinvest revenue in the visitor economy, supporting growth, enhancing experiences, and promoting our UNESCO biosphere status, something Visit continues to champion. The business agency is championing food and drink, following the transfer of responsibility for local food and drink, marketing and business development into the department. Earlier this year, 6 businesses exhibited at IFE London, raising our profile and opening export opportunities. And it is great to see Isle of Man Salt Company now supplying Selfridges. Manx Menu 2025 saw over 57 businesses creating 102 entries with Manx ingredients, celebrating our quality and distinctiveness. We've also recently conducted a provenance survey to gather views on labelling of local produce for both Manx and off-island consumers. A few weeks ago, we had journalists from the BBC Radio 4's The Food Programme visit several businesses and present an enjoyable and informative programme on local food and drink titled Manx Made. If you've not, I urge you to give it a listen on the BBC Sounds website. And today I am delighted to confirm that the Isle of Man Food and Drink Festival will return in September 2026 at Nobles Park. Full details will be released very soon, and I hope our producers and residents all come together to make it a success. Across finance, digital, tourism, and food and drink, our agencies are delivering initiatives that strengthen our economy and raise the Isle of Man's global profile. Together, these projects show an island that is sustainable, innovative, and confident in its future. Whilst I have focused on a number of specific initiatives, it is important to recognise that the executive agencies also work collaboratively across many areas, recognising that there are synergies across our economy. As an example, the Innovation Challenge, which attracts entries from around the world. And we look forward to next year's challenge, which will focus on health and social care, bringing innovation into areas which have an impact on all of our lives. And so, as we look ahead, it's vital that we remain focused, anticipating change, embracing opportunities, and preparing the economy for what comes next. We will do this by building on the strong foundations already in place, developing the progress we've made so far, and ensuring it delivers lasting value. Through the agency review, we're holding ourselves to account, making sure we are delivering for industry today, whilst being agile in response to the needs of tomorrow. We will use this opportunity to work with industry to review and refine the economic strategy, as the Chief Minister mentioned, setting a clear direction for further growth and resilience, including exploring new opportunities, such as the creation of a National Office of AI Development and Regulation, to ensure we can harness emerging technologies responsibly and competitively. And as we enter the final year of this administration, our priority is to hand over an economy to the next administration that is stable, resilient, and forward-looking, whilst continuing to deliver at pace in the months that remain. Thank you very much.